What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, or not, depending on where you're at, but I hope it's awesome. And I know it's awesome because the markets are absolutely ripping right now. It's awesome for me because profits are insane right now. The question is, are we taking profits? What are we doing today? Willing to wake up and see this. XRP is absolutely obliterating the market right now, back up to 260. Bitcoin's come down just slightly. You can see the Bitcoin dominance is coming down, but just realize every time that Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin is going to have a massive sell-off there. But overall, like I said, the cryptocurrency market is looking just great. It's honestly, I don't know what else to say other than I think a lot of us knew this was going to happen. I think a lot of us anticipated that the markets were going to do very, very well in the coming days. And I'm just happy to see where it's at. I mean, honestly, just to be like 100% honest with everyone here, I couldn't be more pumped with where we're at right now. Pipeline, what's up, bud? We got Ian in the house here. Z Goals, what's up, man? Chameleon's in the house. What's going on, guys? The Gambler, Teresa, Toolbox, good to see you guys. Texas made it. What's up, man? What's going on, everyone? Jimmy's in the house here. Richard, Kokor. What's up, Kokor? Yeah, avoid that wallet, man. That's all I got to say. Avoid that wallet. We got Boomer in the house here. Deb, what's going on? Deb's in the house here. Observer. Seiko. We got Seiko in the house here. We got Trent. What's up, guys? Stop sign. Adam, what's up, man? Craig Beats. F. Joe. Appreciate you guys all being here. Matt, Paul. If I'm scrolling pretty fast, so if I miss some of you guys, sorry, man. Mucker, good to see you guys. Appreciate you all being here. Alejandro, what's up, man? Willie, yeah, what's going on, dude? So I do have something to confess. Before we jump into this, I do have something to confess. I have cheated on Coinbase. I started to cheat on Coinbase. I'm cheating on them with another exchange. I posted the exchange in here, started using them, and got to say, dude, I actually kind of dig the platform. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I don't say that a whole lot about these exchanges, but I started talking to someone about it and went over there and did some trading on it, and the platform's just way better. So better for some leverage trading, and I'm going to share with you guys, dude, on a trade here that I was messing around with. So I'll share that today with you guys, but just to let you guys know, I have cheated on Coinbase, and so I had to get that off my chest before I jumped into the daily news. I had to get that off my chest for everyone here. As you guys know, I still love Coinbase. But things need to be easier sometimes. But with all that, let's jump into it. We got a lot of things to cover today. The market is looking phenomenal today. As you can see right now, market cap up to 3.32 trillion. Bitcoin over this hour just started. Obviously, it's up right now. Still up over the 7-day marker. Look at XRP, though. XRP and Ethereum, just phenomenal. XRP jumping back over USDT here again, sitting for the number 3 ranked marker here. Up to 2.59 right now. This thing has been just absolutely killing it. I told you guys, strongest chart in crypto by far, hands down. There's not even an argument here as to what this was going to do here. This went up to 263 this morning, and it's still looking really, really strong. It came up, hit these levels. We were hoping 255. 255 was the marker here. And if you don't believe me, just go back and look at the charts here that we've been on, and you can see the 255 marker has been on the line for quite some time right there. 255 was where the volume's at. Now, if we can get above this 260 marker, we don't have a whole lot to get back to this $3. Look at the volume right here. Not a whole lot to get back to the $3 mark. So XRP, looking fantastic. Honestly, I love to see where XRP is at right now. Other ones doing really, really well. Solana's up, right? Dogecoin. I told you Dogecoin was going to come back nice and fast. And on top of that, Chainlink. A lot of these reward asset type cryptos are looking great. Hedera up almost 28%. This thing went up to little over 23 cents on the day. Great stuff, right? Another one right here. Obviously, one thing as Pepe, dude. Pepe fell back into the top 25 here. You guys know that's probably one of the only meme coins that I really hold at this moment is Pepe, up 60 or 76%, which is just crazy to me, dude. Like crazy how much this has just bounced back. So markets are looking fantastic today. Obviously, this has to do with the stock market. Stock market surging over 1,000 points on the Dow right now. Nasdaq's up over 700, and we knew this going into Saturday. I mean, literally, Trump said he literally told you guys. He told everyone here. He told myself included, like, you better go buy the market. You better go buy market because by this time next week, things are going to be freaking fantastic. And here we are. And again, I want to put this out here that he could tweet something else out and it could be completely obliterated. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the markets can definitely have some fluctuation. There is risk, like literally baked into this. There's just risk all over the place. So anytime you jump into something, just be very careful, knowing that there is a chance that you could be in loss. So I just want to put that out there. I think it's important that we do that. Hope you've been good with money making season. Yeah, Travis, things have been good, man. Austin, the trade deal with the UK, not the UE. It's with the UK. Yeah, not the UE. Yeah, I think I said the UE. I meant to say UK. Yeah, the UK, not the European Union. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to sort of see what, I mean, UK is good, and the deal is coming up here with obviously China. I mean, this is fantastic for China. I mean, this is great for us and China. If there's actually some tariff cuts here, I mean, this is why the markets are doing really well right now. Is because of this. We knew this going into the weekend. Obviously, there's more discussions with the Trump tax cuts, which I think is going to make the market boom even more. Coinbase holds purchases too long. Yeah. So that BTCC place that I was telling you guys about. Obviously, there's a lot of influencers out here that are using it, right? I mean, there's probably some that you watch that are using it, and you know, I the good part is I talked with some people out there. I am going to be working with that exchange. I think that again, it's just an easy trading platform. I'm going to be honest. I went out there and did some leverage trading with it, messed around with it, and I kind of dig it, dude. It makes life easy for sure. It makes life a lot easier. So I was actually kind of pumped to share it with you guys. What exchange are you using now? BTCC. So right here, as you guys can see, here's the exchange right here. This is the exchange. Well, let's see, let me go back here. So this is the exchange right here. It's BT. I was just actually looking at it right now. My deposit, you could go in here and deposit. It's BTCC. I was just looking at the charts before we jumped on here. I have to log into my account here. So give me 1 second. I'll log in. We can look at some trades. I think if you guys, a lot of you guys were asking to like do some trades with me. You know, I don't like doing that. I don't like going out and like sharing trades and like having you guys follow me, because there are times where I miss my trades. And so I don't like to see people get wrecked. So, or like, you know, lose money. So I don't like people copying me. But I mean, if you wanted to, you know, I could do it. I just, again, takes the fun out of it for me. But I digress. As you guys know right here, MicroStrategy came out here and purchased another 13,390 Bitcoin, which is just insane. $1.34 billion worth. I mean, this guy's insane, dude. An average price per Bitcoin of 99,000. So his average price for strategy is 99,000. So I mean, like, they're just barely above water, but they hold so much that any movement in there is just insane, right? So don't cheat on Granny. Yeah, I put the link above if anyone wants to go click on it and join with me, and you can do some copycat trading. Adam L, what's up, dude? Thanks so much for the $4.99 super chat here, fam. We broke the 250 resistance. Again, this is time to stay above it. Good morning, A-team. Keep the phone away from Trump. Yeah, I mean, hey, as long as he stays where he's at. I mean, as long as we just keep moving right here, we're good, right? We're no need to tank the markets now. But Adam, as always, do appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat there. I appreciate that a ton. Trump will pump and dump over in time. He's honest. Hope he doesn't tweet anything crazy. I'm with you, Wisdom. Anything crazy tweeted, we're done for. Last cycle, it was Elon's big mouth. This cycle, it's Trump. That's true. That is true. Elon was kind of a lot of the push in the last market. Coinbase is the best of a sorry bunch. Yeah, Coinbase is good, but I'm talking about from a leverage trading standpoint. So, like, one thing that you know, I've always said is that let me get into here real quick. The one thing I don't do a lot of leverage trading, but there's a lot of people on here that actually do a ton of leverage trading, and you know, it wasn't too bad when I first went back and started messing around with it. Coinbase is not the easiest when it comes to being able to you know, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're just not the easiest, I guess, is what it comes down to, and yeah, you know, sometimes you got to have some fun. So that's kind of where I jumped over. The markets are going to come back here. We're going to make a lot more swing trades here. The fees are a lot less, especially there's a lot of people out here that aren't going to pay the $300. There's a $300 fee. You know, you're paying a monthly fee of $300 to get lower trading fees on Coinbase. A lot of people aren't going to do that. So they want the low fees up front right away. And this is the closest thing. So I never messed around with this exchange, honestly, until this weekend. I jumped on there and spent probably a good like 4 or 5 hours playing around with the exchange. And this is the closest thing I got to say, dude. And I haven't given a lot of exchanges any thought. I haven't given them any thought at all, honestly. But it's the closest thing to Binance.us. I got to give them that. I got to give them that credit, dude. Binance.us was the best place to trade for me. And it's been hard to find an exchange that's allowed here in Washington that allows me to trade. And BTC was one of them. And it has a very, very similar type of style. I know, right? Pipeline. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do the copycat trade. I was just going to say, I will share things. I just don't know if I necessarily, I mean, there's going to be losses too, dude. I'll probably have more losses than wins. But as soon as I start sharing, that's usually what happens. SEC roundtable meeting is live right now. Are you watching it? I'm not going to watch it now. Last time it was super boring, dude. I couldn't even do it, dude. Yeah, BTCC is the 139th ranked exchange. I'm literally talking about for only for margin trading, dude. Like if you're going on there to do spot trading or margin trading and you have some, I'm not saying go hold your crypto there. Do not hold any crypto on exchanges unless you're doing some swing trades. That's all I've ever always said to you guys. And I stand true to that. So this is only for trading. Great leverage, great for leverage. MEXC, 7th largest. I can't use. So again, you got to think, dude. I can't use MEXC. So that's my issue. I can't use MEXC. I can't use Kraken. There's so many exchanges out there I can't use. The only things I can actually use right now is BTCC, which is crazy that I could actually use that. Crypto.com, Coinbase, and Uphold. Those are like the exchanges that I can actually use. And it's hard to find an exchange where you can actually do some leverage trading. Like again, it's kind of just weird how that works out. You know what I mean? So let me stop this real quick. Let me get this over here. Zoom in on this right here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a little bit different here, but it is what it is, right? So here, I'm going to share screen now. All right, cool. There we go. So this is the exchange. I did put some leverage trade in on this. I did purchase one right at the 239 marker on a 20x leverage. You can see right here, it's up to 44,000. I don't do this usually, guys. I don't mess around with this a whole lot. 25,000 in, 20x leverage. I bought it at 239, and the price up to 260. I did it over the weekend, knowing. I mean, I just had the feeling that there was going to be a nice little market rally. The liquidation price right now is $1.98, so it's below the $2. That's why I did it. It's below the $2. You can come out here and actually monitor this kind of stuff. So I mean, it's actually pretty damn nice, dude. Good afternoon. What's up, man? Use a VPN. VPNs don't work, dude. A lot of these exchanges require you to have physical locations. I tried the VPN thing. It doesn't work. Didn't realize you had such a limited, dude. Washington is the worst RPM. Honestly, it's the worst place to be if you want to be crypto. We are like the most liberal state when it comes to crypto. Like it's just, I mean, I probably have to move out of Washington at some point in my crypto life to be able to sustain, because it's just like you don't have access to a whole lot of stuff. And it's pretty wild when you start to really think about it. So yeah, it is what it is though. 40,000 gains, bro. 45,000. Yeah, we're at 44,000. I'm probably going to close this, to be honest with you. I risked a pretty good amount. You're at but the liquidation price is $2, so it's $198 to be liquidated on this. We don't get below $2 very often, so there has to be a catastrophic. And right now we're at 260. My average price is 239. Order size was 205. So yeah, I put a 20x long in on it. You guys know me. I don't really do a whole lot of these kind of things, but it was fun. It's fun while it lasts. I'm probably going to close this at some point and call it a day. So you made $250,000. I didn't make $250,000. Seiko, how do you do? But yeah, it's fun. Like I said, and they make it really easy here to actually do the margin trading. You can come in right now and actually add a stop loss right here, which is great. Like if I wanted to put a stop loss in here, I could do it right away. I didn't do one because the 198, and I'm probably going to take a quick profit off of it, to be honest with you. So take the gains and live trade another day. That's exactly what I'll probably do. I'll probably do it off stream though. You made $250,000. Florida all the way, Austin. Yeah, I just don't know. Fan, she won't go to those things. So that's where it's at, man. This has been fun so far to do this kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't usually do this. I did it a little bit with Coinbase. I don't really do it a whole lot. A lot of people have asked me to do the copycat trading on here, and this is the closest thing I can actually find to a Binance.us. If I could use Binance.us, I'd probably use Binance.us. But again, BTCC is the closest thing I could actually use here. It's a non-KYC, so that's probably wise. You don't have to actually KYC anything. Everything's paid out in USDT, and you can transfer that to the wallet. So I kind of dig that from a decentralization standpoint, and I'm actually kind of pumped with where I'm at right now. My first time on the exchange, murking it right now. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to actually close down this link and close down that link right there, and we'll go from there. So you can see right here, XRP at the 260 mark right now. I'm climbing. HBAR is at the 226 marker. Bitcoin's back above the 103. This thing was down to 102 a little bit, like just slightly. What was that like? Basically, what was it? Probably earlier this morning, 6 a.m. I think I saw it at 102. Mad Washington's against crypto. Dude, Washington's so against crypto. It's insane. Take the gains. Yeah. Goat pump. Heck yeah, dude. What's up, Aiden? Nice. Not watching the SEC roundtable? No, I'm not going to watch the SEC roundtable. Are they actually even broadcasting the SEC roundtable? No KYC sounds so odd and kinky to me. Yeah, dude, I actually dig in the no KYC. I don't like the KYC. Saw a video with Levi pumping the Pure Wallet earlier. Oh, really? Is he out there pumping the Pure Wallet? Hell yeah, bro. Pure Wallet's going to be legit, guys. I'm so pumped for Pure Wallet. There's an update hopefully coming this week, which is going to have Solana, Hedera. It's going to have. They're working on XLM right now. They're trying to get all the exchanges or all the top tier blockchains on there. So yeah, Pure Wallet's going to look phenomenal, dude. Like, I'm super excited about Pure Wallet. I know I talk about it a lot on here, but it is what it is. Me and my family used to call this market situation Slompy Dompy. We were like 4 years old at the time. This is a good time to buy it. I think that people said coming in saying this is a good time to buy. I wish you would have asked me that when we were talking about it 2 weeks ago. You'd be in a lot better situation. But we're probably going to have, you can see right here on the XRP chart, there's probably a nice little fair value gap right here around the 255. This is a really big line of resistance right here. You can see we broke through this 255 into 250 into 260 mark. But you could have a little bit of a fallout back to the 250, back to the 245 area where there's another fair value gap on the 1 hour chart here. I like to go to the day chart though. You can see the day chart right here is sitting around the 225 marker for a nice little fair value gap, along with here at 233. So I kind of want to look at the day chart here that we probably could have, so slight little, there always is going to be a chance where this will actually come back to some level before we take the next level up. So something you got to watch out for. But right now, all indicators are showing that we're actually in a pretty good spot right now. But don't be shocked if this actually comes down to create new levels of purchasing. Good HBAR seed movement again. Yeah, HBAR is nice, dude. Does Pure Wallet automatically update? It should automatically update now. On the next update, you should have the automatic update. So if you are having, like right now, you have to go actually update your Pure Wallet, I think, or it doesn't do it automatically. I could be wrong on that. But so yeah, check that out for me and let me know. Thanks for all the help and knowledge. Oh yeah, Andrew, appreciate you being here, man. Don't buy on green days. Yeah, that's one rule. That's just one of my rules. I do not buy on green days. I try to really avoid that. So us only reads the most terrible, low effort comments. I don't get it. I read them all. The FOMO was heating up with all the back burner buy. Yeah, there's a lot of FOMO coming in here. Charts are setting up for the nice floor for the Pure Wallet launch. Yeah, dude, the Pure Wallet's gonna. I honestly, I'm calling it right now. I think Pure Wallet's gonna be a top tier. It's gonna be a top wallet in 2026, dude. I think it's going to be able to compete with a lot of other wallets out there. Now it's just a matter of adoption, right? It's a matter of people going out there and using it. And I think as long as you make it user friendly and to allow people to actually send things offline, and once they get that, once they understand how that works, it's going to change the game for a lot of people. I mean, sending tokens offline is actually pretty crazy. The question is now, a good time to buy. Is it a good time to buy if it's a good coin? Yeah, I think it's a good time to buy if it's a good coin. I don't think any time is a bad time if it's good. I mean, just accumulate if you can. Look at Saylor, dude. Saylor's out here buying Bitcoin back when it's almost at its all-time high. He's buying it at $103,000, right? I mean, it's just insane to me how much they've acquired. At 99 per Bitcoin, has achieved a Bitcoin of 15.5% year to date. Like, that's crazy to have a 15.5%. The average is like anywhere from 5 to 7% on an annual basis from just looking at the global market. Like, just going on to the stock market is like a 5 to 7%. Levi did a video on Pure Wallet. Yeah, salute to the firefighters. Yeah, I'll buy Pure Wallet when it's in Coinbase. It's too many steps right now, which I know is a bad reason, but I have to much fun. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Too fast. Thanks, Austin, for gaining knowledge from you. Oh yeah, Sam, dude. I hope you guys are having a. Hope everyone's in the green here. I think 240 is a viable target, so I'm just going to hang out and wait. Yeah, I think it's important to, if you're going to enter into the market, put a limit order in and be aggressive with it. Right? Come back and say, okay, I'm going to accumulate. I'm going to wait for this to pull back. And, I'm going to try to accumulate it at 230, right, which is the top of this fair value gap on the daily for XRP. So I'm going to come back and wait for this to hit the 230 marker, which, again, would be about, what, 7% decrease, 10% decrease. That's not actually not outside their own, it happens all the time. We get a 10%, anywhere from a 7 to 10% decrease over a day or two sometimes, and then we have a nice little bounce back. I mean, you can go back and actually look at these dips right here. These are probably close to 7% before we made the next one up, right? So let's actually take a look at that. Boom. Look at that, 10%, 11% right there. From here to here was 11%, right? And I guarantee you from here to here was probably in the same ballpark, right? Let's actually take a look. I hate that they do this. I hate that they do that. I got to figure out a way to get that off. That was close to 9% right there. From here to here was 9%. So, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if we actually have like a 10% decrease, when this reaches the peak. Is 265 the peak? I don't know. Are we going to have a little bit of fallback? If 265 is the peak, you're going to say, okay, 10%, it's going to come back to about right around 238, right? So we'll say, okay, so 238, or 240, 238, 240. So put something in there and see if it hits, right? And if it keeps going down, then you're going to have to DCA your way into it. That's kind of how I look at it. Dow is now down less than 1% in 2025. Hell yeah, dude. Wow, earn wall versus pure wall. What is better? I mean, pure wall. It's it has cold. It has something that no other wall has. I mean, it has the cold storage on there. Has offline transactions. There's nothing that compete with the pure wall when it comes to that. That's for sure, dude. And I think once we get to the Bitcoin conference here at the end of the week, at the end of the month, I think we're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna come. I hope we get a lot of people that come over and play around with it and actually understand it and get a good idea of what it is. Hearing good things coming from Ondo. Yeah, any of the real world assets, dude. So, there's a lot. There's actually an article. I was just reading an article today. Where is it? Where's my article at? I hope I didn't close it down. Sometimes I close these things down on accident and I miss them. But yeah, there's right here. Here it is. The SEC Tokenizational Roundtable, which is today, they're focusing on the real world assets of things here. So as you guys know, some of the biggest players out there are really into the RWA, right? Real world assets. It says the report of the SEC Crypto Task Force Roundtable on Tokenization may trigger a staggering price rally for RWA tokens as it concentrates on tokenization of anything in the real world. So obviously that's a big discussion here. And so what are the big ones we should be focusing on coming into today? Being that they're talking about it, right? We have the roundtable that's happening today, and Chainlink's one of them, right? Chainlink, the top RWA token by market cap, is currently trading in the green zone. So that's one of the big ones right there. Chainlink's been something that we've been following for quite some time. We bought it at good levels, something to follow. AVAX is another one. I don't own AVAX, but some people really like AVAX, but it's the second largest RWA token by market cap. Obviously, I own XLM. XLM's another one here, and then followed by HBAR and Ondo. So here's all these, right? We're in Ondo, we're in HBAR, we're in XLM. I'm not in AVAX. I'm not in AVAX. I'm in Chainlink. So basically, all RWA tokens and ISO tokens, we're sitting in pretty right now. And I think a lot of that has to do with the future of the tokenization of which they're talking about at this roundtable. I mean, tokenizing things is super important. I mean, if you actually go back and look at like kind of what NFTs started, NFTs were kind of like the tokenization of real world assets. Unfortunately, NFTs have kind of just gone to the wayside, and now the focus is to just tokenize using crypto as a way to, I guess you could say, basically like tokenize real world assets. So one thing I liked about NFTs though was that I think it's cool that you could actually keep. I hope someone comes out and allows us to use some form of NFT in some capacity to like for your deeds on your house or for even your license, dude. Like I hate having to carry around a license. It'd be cool if you actually had a token, like an NFT version of your license on your phone. You know what I mean? Basically, anything can actually be an NFT these days. I mean, Ticketmaster is basically an NFT. All those kind of stuff. So, what's your thoughts on XCN? I mean, I don't own XCN. I think a lot of people actually like it. I don't own any ISO 2022 tokens. Yeah, I think those will all do well. If you're setting a trailing stop loss that gets triggered, but it's not met, will it continue to adjust upward as normal until met? Yeah. So if you set a trailing stop loss, so like, yeah, you can continue to do that. So like, you could continue to adjust your trailing stop losses for sure, dude. Yeah, and if it doesn't get hit, you can keep moving it up, keep moving it up, keep moving it up until it gets hit, right? Until there's a fallback. So yeah, you should always keep adjusting those things, Cape hours. I mean, that's the most important thing to do when you're trying to do a trailing stop loss. And again, I think one of the cool things is with the BTCC is it allows you to make adjustments live live. So that was another positive thing too, was making those adjustments live. Austin, have you done some line? I have not. I don't. Yeah, no, never. I think we're going to go to a super cycle till July. You think July is going to be a super cycle? Yeah, a lot of people were coming out here saying that October was going to be the where we see a downfall here. So I shared this yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know what day I shared it, but this is kind of where people are seeing if we go on the 4-year cycle model here, right? So people are putting out the 4-year cycle model. I think this is actually a really good chart, a really good model to share. And I'll probably continually share this throughout the rest of the year. But you can see right now they're saying the top is going to be in around October 12th to 16th, which is Q4, right? No, end of Q3 going into Q4. And then you can see the bottom of this is going to be back in October of 2026 if you're basing this off the 4-year cycle. So they're saying that we're going to go into a bear market for a year, which again is the markets are based off of the 4-year cycle is based off the debt cycle. So if there's somehow we can try to hedge our debt or get out of debt or fight the debt cycle, then yeah, the 4-year cycle will be broke. But until that cycle actually happens, unfortunately, the 4-year cycle will continue. So I think this is actually a really good chart to follow. And you can see it's mapped out over since 2014. So, I mean, this shows you that this 4-year cycle is the real deal. I mean, like, you have basically almost four cycles of this, right? 4, 8, 12, almost 16 years where this cycle has repeated itself pretty consistently. So here we are, right? Here we are. You know, and if this is something, and again, everyone trades off this stuff. Like, we're all looking at the same data. We're all looking at the same charts. We're all looking at everything's the same here. So, like, when October 12th to 16th hits, people are going to be looking at a chart like this, and they're going to be selling the top of the market, right? Which is going to cause the bottom of the market. Like, that's just what's going to happen. So, hey man, to each our own on where you're at, but I mean, this is kind of just gives you an idea of where it's going to go, super cycle or not, right? Super cycle come in and people could sell and miss that opportunity, but just know that, I mean, this is kind of what everyone's looking at. Checks, I don't know what that is, Patrick. I don't know what checks is. Have you seen the ARB versus SOL consideration for tokenizations? I have not. Arbitrum, just messing with you, but you're talking so fast. Sorry, dude. I'm excited today, man. When the markets are looking good, dude, and when we're up significantly, I mean, and my I just have a lot going on in my head, and just super excited with where we're at right now. I'm going to be honest with you, dude. Like, I'm just pumped, man. I'm so excited. I think it's nice when the markets feel like this. It's kind of like a relief, right? I'm not going to say it's like that's kind of like a relief rally, but I mean, it is a relief. You know, people are in profits now, dude. You're in the green. A lot of people were waiting 2 months for this to come back, right? Just like we waited a whole bear market. It's just nice to come back. Would you buy Toshi or Pepe for me? I'd buy Pepe. I own Pepe. I own a pretty good amount of Pepe, dude. I actually I might make a Pepe video today, just how excited I am about Pepe. Pepe's come back hot, dude. My portfolio with Pepe is actually looking really damn nice, dude. I almost was contemplating on making a Pepe video today, just based off of where Pepe's at and back in the top 25. I told you, my big thing is top 25 cryptos. I like to talk about those. And Pepe being back in the top 25 it just shows you, like, we're looking for the shit, like people like myself, right? Don't get me wrong. I still have this little degenerate side of me. I mean, we all kind of have this degenerate side of us where we go out and we see these meme coins and there's these, like, this feeling of like, oh my gosh, but what is it though? Like, what is going to be the next SHIB of this cycle? Is it going to be Pepe? Is there going to be another one that comes up and screaming? I don't know if there is or not. But Pepe, again, hit a $10 billion market cap. And right now it's sitting at a $5 billion market cap. So you have a secure meme coin that has an opportunity to actually get into the 50 million market cap, which is where SHIB got, right? Which would be a 10x from where it's at right now. You know, to 10x a crypto is insane, right? So, I mean, Pepe is not it's unruggable. There's no one out there rugging Pepe. You know what I mean? It's so take it for what it is. Every time Trump gets in to pump, he opens his mouth and causes the dump. Yeah, and that very well could happen, Paul. So you got to be really careful. Increase your stop losses, right? Understand your liquidation. Understand where you're going to get liquidated at and go, Austin degenerates. Yeah, we're all degens at some point, right? I mean, I had someone who's been on the channel for a long time. You guys know, I mean, he shows up here every once in a while. His name's Roger, right? He's been following me since like 2021. He's been part of the A team for a really, really long time. And he's always donated to the channel, things like that. And he hit me up yesterday. He launched his own meme coin, and he hit me up yesterday asking if I would do a video for him for his meme coin. And I haven't done any promotions or any meme coins or anything like that on the channel since 2022, dude. It's been a long time. And, I actually said, you know what, dude, you've been a long time A-teamer. You've been following me for a really long time. Always been holding down, always been awesome. Always been super cool to me. And you know what, dude, I will do it. I will do one for you, man, for your project. So yeah, I figured I'd get back. We'll do one. So expect that for the first time on the channel in almost like 3 years, dude. So yeah, people will probably be shocked about that one, but it is what it is, dude. I think Pepe is a big meme this cycle. I think so too, dude. I think it's been 3 years this week since I found this channel, Austin. This week of Luna collapsed. Yeah, Trent, this probably is right around that time, right? May. Yeah, you're right, dude. 3 years. And you've held it down for me, dude. You've been a big support of the channel. A lot of you guys have been huge supports of the channel. XRP is not an ISO compliant. Yeah, I saw that article come out somewhere. They were saying that they're not ISO compliant. They push for ISO, but they're not necessarily compliant. There was an article out about that. So you're so wrong. There was an article. There was a person out there saying that XRP was not ISO. And then there's arguments as to what makes XRP ISO. So it's funny how there's just so many, there's a lot of opinions, right, of what people believe about People are saying it's not ISO. People are saying it's ISO. There's a lot of back and forth on this. It's actually pretty funny. Is now a good time to buy XRP? I'd probably set a limit order in for, if you didn't buy in earlier, I would definitely, set something in on a retracement. Fake BS news to me. Everything, dude. I put out that video the other day. What was it? What video was it? And there was the lady that was talking about it. What's the video? Let's go to videos here. Which one was it? Crap, which one was it? Oh, the RLUSD will take over XRP. That's the video, dude. They were saying that RLUSD will take over XRP. And I was like, or that like XRP, basically XRP is no longer like, it's gonna basically be sidelined. And I was like, what? Where are people coming up with this? RLUSD, that's the one. Yeah, I was kind of like, what the heck, dude? Trent coming in hot. Thank you so much, man. Strong for 3 years, bro. I appreciate you, Trent. You're my quant brother, man. Trent's always holding it down with the quant, dude. So yeah, appreciate you a ton, dude. Yeah, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You're amazing, dude. So man, take profits. You don't cry later. Yeah, dude, definitely. I'm gonna take. I have a nice little leverage trade. I'm gonna take some profits on for sure. Austin, what's the chance of Bitcoin coming back down to 80,000? It's very small. Like I said, that's a huge liquidation price. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying that right now people are in massive profits, dude. Like, so people are moving their stop losses up for sure. For sure. Recent. I haven't watched any of his. I haven't watched Paul. I don't watch Levi's stuff, so I wouldn't know, dude. I think Bonk, Pepe, Whiff will run. Probably, yeah. Solana's looking really nice right now. Solana's looking good, dude. Still, Solana's like one of the top tier cryptos out there. When it comes to these things. I think there was just an article out here. Where was it? Oh, right here. Solana continues to dominate, leading all blockchains in weekly DEX volume. So, I mean, you got to think this volume right here. As much as I talk about meme coins, like I don't really talk about meme coins, I always tell you guys that meme coins will continue to drive a lot of these platforms. So the reason why Ethereum and BNB ran last cycle is because the amount of meme coins that actually were on those platforms. It's an insane amount. Like, it was an insane amount of meme coins that were over there. I mean, a majority of all meme coins were launched on Ethereum and BNB. Now, Solana has sort of taken that over. Solana is the number one place to go buy a meme coin. Right. And that just is what it is. So like, as much as you want to dog a meme coin, which again, now the SEC has determined that meme coins are really just a commodity and they're just basically like a trading card. Like, that's basically what they are. They're not securities or nothing. They're just tradable. You can buy them. People should understand them. And that's just is what it is now. But Solana still runs that. Solana still runs all network when it comes to the amount of money coming through on these meme coins. It would be awesome if XRP could do that. What's your prediction for Ondo for the near future? 150 high. I think they're going to exceed their all-time highs. Yeah, I think they're going to exceed all-time highs. I just like to say quant because it sounds cool. What's your HBAR stop loss at? I get paid Friday. I want to buy more. Well, I mean, if we could look at, let's take a look at where this is at right now. HBAR is coming up pretty hot right now. The daily is up here, right? I like to show you the weekly. So the weekly is working its way up. So it's going to be hard to say, dude. I think this weekly has an opportunity. It doesn't really reject. It only rejected over here when we had a major sell-off in 2022. It came up on the weekly and, hit. And then we came down here. It's come up and it's fell down a couple of times. But anytime this weekly starts to rise, it tends to get above this. It's only rejected in the last 3 years at the 50 marker 1 and 2 times, right? Came down and came back up, right? So in all reality, this still counts as a downward trend. So we have an opportunity to get back up into the levels of 30. I mean, like, it's going to be hard to say. We might have days where there could be up and downs, like there could be a little sell off here, a little sell off there. But over the weekly chart is showing that we're going to be bullish. Like, we're going to be hopefully that we exceed my marker of 24 cents right here, which we almost did. 24 cents is the marker right there. So yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't have a number for you, dude. I just know that things are looking really good. One more question. Have you heard and looked into the DeFi and the Coinbase? So I have not, K Bowers. HBAR Austin's in the green. Yeah, I'm in the green, dude. We need Pure Chain up and running ASAP. Yeah, offline insane mania. If we could do offline transactions on the Pure Chain, that'd be so crazy. Bitcoin's example does nothing on XRP, going up, dominance down, alts up. Yeah, you can see right now, look at Bitcoin dominance going down, right? This is actually good for alts, right? When this comes down, we actually want Bitcoin dominance to come down into the 50s over here, if not into the 40s, right? Last time this thing was in the 40s, we were sitting up here. When this thing came down to the 40s, we were at all-time highs. So watch Bitcoin dominance come down. Again, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to come down in price. It just means that Bitcoin, we just follow the dominance of this, and as dominance is going down, then usually alts are looking good. Awesome. One more question. Have you heard? No, I haven't heard of that, dude. You guys are crazy. Can you educate on circulating supply? Circulating supply is just the amount of supply that's out there. So like that's basically, so that's how your market cap's made, is based off circulating supply. So that's like what happens when you have, we'll just take Filecoin, right? Filecoin is a perfect example of a crypto that right here, when it reached its all-time highs of 240, it only had like half of its circulating supply out there. Then they released a crap ton of their circulating supply, which literally diluted their entire shares here. And so the chances of like a Filecoin getting back to this would never happen. It would be almost impossible, because they've actually added too many of their crypto, the coins, because they are a coin, they are a blockchain, to the circulating supply. Where is the 2000 XRP price coming from? Can we hit 10 first? They were saying 2000, the 2000, that was actually First Ledger. So First Ledger, who obviously is the one, behind running the DEX for XRP, came out and created a joke about it reaching 2000. That's where the 2000 came from, was that XRP could hit 2000. And it was funny, man. I got a lot of comments of hate on that chat, on that video, dude. The 2000, it was actually kind of crazy how many comments I got for people hating on the 2000 people. Because I was saying that, like, hey, the market cap right now, we're basing everything off market cap, because we're actually trained. We've been trained for the last, 15 years to look at crypto as a security. That's why we look at market caps. And so again, if we're looking at it as commodity, then who cares about market cap, right? And so that's the other argument. So people got all bent out of shape. You can go look at the comments. The comments are insane on that thing. But yeah, I'd like to get to $10. $10 is actually very, very reasonable right now. 701 is my trigger. You guys know that. I want to see XRP get to 701. That would be awesome. And I definitely think it's doable. We're going to probably reach all-time highs in this next cycle. Loving the SOL price increase, making me a little money. Yeah, SOL's actually looking really nice right now. SOL back up to 174. You can see this thing came down. I mean, if you were buying this at 95 and back up here, looking great. And I think it's going to continue to rise up here. We're going to continue to see it come up. So the couple videos you dropped over the weekend were good. I like the simple math breakdowns of how XRP should you own. Yeah, I mean, the simple, I was just trying to, there was an article about it, and keeping how much you should own. But I mean, it's all risk reward, dude. I mean, obviously the lower amount you invest, the lower reward, but I mean, you'll still get rewarded. And the higher you risk, the higher the reward. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is, right? I wish Robinhood would release my Russian stocks. Dude, speaking of stocks, guys, dude, you guys see Tesla today? Dude? Oh my gosh, bro. Dude, Tesla is straight just killing it right now, dude. Just straight killing it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, dude. Tesla, like, I get it, man. You might not like Elon for your party reasons, whatever, dude. But we're up almost 50% on an investment of a blue chip of a blue chip top tier crypto, or a top tier stock. Like, that's not that easy, dude. And it's not even that time frame. We're talking, when we bought this, dude, we bought it back in April 8th. It's now May. So April, May, almost 2 months, we made 41% on our return. 41% in 2 months, dude. That's insane. You don't get those returns in a year. Or the average usual annual return that we get is 7%. We're sitting on a 41% on a top tier stock, dude. That's insane to me. Absolutely crazy, dude. Oh man, that's crazy. Tesla. I mean, dude, like, say what you want, but bro, like, I know you're in on a wild dog. Like I hope you bought in on it, dude, for sure. I went from Steak and Shake to Roundhouse. Way to encourage the Neuralinking. I did. Neuralink's wild, bro. 225 was when he said buy. Yeah, 225. That's kind of where my buy triggers were, and then it went down. Obviously, there were some buys down. We bought some lower than that, but 225 was always kind of like my buy area for XRP. That's funny you brought that up, Jimmy. 225 was always kind of like the area to buy, right? It's kind of funny you say that. I still probably have my marker at 225. Yep, right there, 225. So I mean, like, and I get it's been up and down the $2 mark, but even my liquidation right now is at $1.98, and we haven't passed over this. We passed over it here, maybe what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 5 times in almost 6 months, we've passed over the $2 mark. So yeah. Tesla's high, made money moves today. Hell yeah, dude. How much XRP is enough, Austin? 1,000 XRP or 2,000 XRP or more? To be a millionaire, I definitely think, I mean, just to be bluntly honest with you guys, I honestly think that you have to hold probably $100,000 in XRP, because I do think that XRP could 10x. I do think that XRP will 10x at some point, right? Which will put it at roughly the $20 mark, right? I do think that's possible. Is it this cycle? I don't know. But holding like $100,000 worth of it, that's probably the easiest way you'll be a millionaire just off XRP. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I was at with it, dude. Is that you'd have to probably hold you probably have to hold like 200,000 XRP, give or take. Or sorry, 50,000 XRP. 250K XRP plus this cycle. You think so? I just figured out my average on 2007. It's 47 cents. Dude, that's pretty good, Jimmy. Hit the like button. Austin, do you still, no, I don't, do I still mess with Bone? I haven't touched Bone in a long time, bro. I have not touched Bone in a very, very long time. No, that's awesome, Jimmy. There's no bragging there, dude. Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, the only reason why, I mean, I always said I hope Luna Classic does well just because I hope people make their money back. That's what I've always stood by, and that's why I like Luna Classic. What happened is that they just became very, like, it's become like super insane with all the developers and the proposals. I feel like it's kind of like a game now, and it's like, unfortunately, hurt a lot of people. I know a lot of people here. Like Bone. Get it on that Bone. Pump it up. Heck yeah. Win XRP. Yeah, XRP, like I said, strong chart. Still looking really good today. Let's go back here. I mean, the market continues to climb, right? Even over the last hour, market continues to climb nicely. I mean, pretty wild to see almost 20% in volume coming up. The fear and greed is still sitting around 73, so it's in the good marker. Like, it's pretty good to see. Stock market's going to continue to rise. Hopefully we continue. Hopefully we end the day over the 1,000 points for the Dow, and hopefully no crazy tweets come out. That's all I care about. No crazy tweets. So one positive thing came in is right here. You can see right here, after reaching a high of 71% this year, recession odds are now back down to 40%, dude, which is almost, I think that might be the year low at 40% now. So you're starting to sort of see this come back down. Buy, hopefully, when it comes to 13, yeah. Is holding the same as holding gold? Is PAXG the same as holding gold? Good question, Paul. I don't know. I don't hold any of those. SoFi is also making moves. Dang, going busy outside. Missed the first half. You're good, tall Paul. Good to see you, man. Sai is doing amazing. A lot of things are doing amazing. Yeah, Luna Classic Dad made 250,000 on the pump trades and lost it on the dump trades. Curtis. 3 Diglets. Thanks so much for the $10 super chat here. Can you look at AVAX? Yeah, we can look at AVAX, dude. Let's see where I haven't looked at AVAX in a while. But AVAX being it is our RWA. It's looking like it's doing pretty good. The daily is working its way up here. It's actually sitting pretty nicely. This was back down here in April, down here at 14 cents, up around 70%, 72% since April. Damn, bro. That's a pretty good return right there. Holy crap. The weekly is looking probably phenomenal. Yeah, weekly's working its way up here. It's actually ahead of a lot right now. So definitely got to consider that when this weekly comes out up here. Hopefully we hit a couple things like what we see right here for AVAX. That's kind of what we want to see. So weekly's working its way up here nicely. So follow the weekly on these things, dude. Weeklies are where it's at. I think AVAX is probably a good buy. It's going to definitely come up here, probably peak here in maybe the next 2 weeks or so. So, it could come back up here for a nice little return. Yeah, RPM. It was a ploy for leverage on the economy. Probably true, Paul. He's scared to rug it. I've been waiting to invest in TEM only because of the Pelosi options. Damn. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Austin, have you heard of RepMix RMX? I have not heard of that. What is that one? A team beats B team. Touche. Let's see. Tesla plus 21 right now, dude. It's killing it right now. When Muff, yeah, the Muff token. You guys are crazy. You're crazy, bro. Oh, you're funny, dude. What do you think the top is for Sui? Dude, Sui. I mean, I don't know. It's too hard to say it with Sui, dude, because it's never gone through a bull market, right? This is its first bull market to go with Sui, so it's really hard to say where the number's gonna be. But look at this thing bounce back, dude. This has been one of the best bounce backs. I can't tell you, dude. Like, this is phenomenal. Like, if you were able to buy this at the 171 marker where it fell right here, I mean, you're up 132% right now. Insane, right? I bought it at 150, so I'm like right over here somewhere. Let's see, I'm like right in here. God, I hate this fucking thing. Freaking thing, sorry. And I'm up like roughly, yeah, about 150%. Yeah, so that's about right. Again, not a ton, but I mean, you could be right there with it. So I'm not too far off. I will launch it if you stream the launch and claim you have nothing to do with it. Oh, you're talking about Muff? You're talking about a Muff meme coin? Buy your Starbucks stock, or Austin. I need to, dude. I don't think a lot of people know about the Muff token, dude. The Muff token thing's hilarious. Bullish on Sui. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Bro, a hoodie ain't you sweating your ass off. It's only 55 degrees today here in Washington, bro. We got a lot of rain coming in. What is it right now? I'll tell you. 55 degrees. Yeah, and it's supposed to rain all day. So it's supposed to reach 62, but like 62 and raining. So yeah, I keep my hoodie on. Judge Torres. Hopefully Judge Torres comes out soon, man. Nice thing about fat bags, it doesn't have to go up much to be up in the money, dude. Yeah, that's the one nice thing. That's what's nice about looking at your crypto, opening up your wallets and looking at them. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be excited about that kind of stuff. At least I am, dude. Like XRP's chart right now looks so good. It's insane how well it looks. I love it, dude. Love it. I'm gonna bug you on the Starbucks because you said you were gonna buy some. I probably should just buy some, bro. Let's see. Where is that? Let's look at Starbucks. I have Starbucks over. Do I not have my Yeah, I don't have Starbucks. Yeah. Let's let me add it, dude. Let me see if I can add it. Let's add Starbucks stock. All right. Let's add Starbucks to it. Let's take a look. It's probably not a bad time to buy right now. I'm going to be honest with you. This is probably not a bad time to buy Starbucks. Damn, dude, it's come down so much over the weeks, dude. Holy crap. This is the first week. It's at the bottom. Dude, this actually probably not a buy, dude. I might buy Starbucks today. Holy crap, dude. This might be some divine intervention right here. I might buy it. Hold on. I might have to make some moves first before I do it. Hold on. I got to open up my Charles Schwab, see what I can do. I might buy this today, dude. Looking at that right now. I should have probably bought it last week, but this is like right at that peak, dude. I might come on stream tomorrow and tell you I bought it. Hold on. Yeah, I probably could do it. I probably wouldn't be a huge investment, but I mean, I could probably swing it today. No shit, that's low, dude. That's and it's coming back. Like, it's at the bottom of the weekly right now. With the market the way it is, it's already filled up this fair value gap over here that was created back in August of last year. The volume, look at that, dude. The volume, it's going to get back to 98, right? I mean, which is what would be that? What would be that price? Be a 10% return. It's not that crazy, but I mean, like, and that's the part about stocks is that it can get back up here to the 30, 40%, dude. Good enough over a nickel, like you said, 2,000. You should try trade Starbucks at a rate that pays for your daily Starbucks. That's probably not a bad idea, Joe. Dude, that's honestly probably not a bad idea. People found out their coffee doesn't actually contain coffee, just sugar. I get just black coffee, bro. I don't know if there's sugar in it, but I mean, just black coffee. Yeah, flea market. It's kind of one of my bad habits. It's my bad habit, dude. I had to say that word. Always has been. Even in sports, I had a hard time with coaches. I'd call coaches, dude, and they'd make me do push-ups. As a small holder, I don't have that luxury to take advance every pull up. Yeah, I get what you're saying. All right, ice or hot? I get ice, Matt. I just get iced Americanos, bro. Yeah, iced Americanos. It's probably, but I have to buy it. It's gonna take it takes to get one thing that sucks about Charles Schwab. That's one thing I love about crypto is I could transfer crypto from one wallet to another and get it instantly and be able to make a purchase. With Charles Schwab, it takes like 1 to 3 days to get your money in there. So like I have some money in there. It's just not it's like I have like $2,000. And I don't like I mean 2000 is like, oh yeah, it's good, but I would like to, I want to make like I want to make like a $5,000 or $10,000 purchase if I'm going to purchase a stock, right? And that sounds crazy, but like you guys know, that's kind of where I was going to go. So I probably will have to take some on the profit loss there, but it'll take 1 to 3 days. So I'll probably jump in right now, and then I'll probably just see. Hopefully, it stays where it's at. But I'm going to do it just for shits and giggles. Yeah, yeah. Just the plane was 225. Now I know, right? It's such bullshit, dude. It's 325, and now to get a drink, it's here in Washington, dude. It's 450 for my coffee. What's up, Authentic? I know. So true, bro. So true. All right, Texas made. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, dude, I'm gonna be doing some more leverage trade. Like I said, I did add the new exchange I'm gonna be using for swing trades. I'm still gonna be using Coinbase, but I just like the way this new exchange works. I know there's a lot of people out there talking about it. There's a lot of other influencers talking about it and stuff like that. I'm doing it just because I think it's actually kind of legit. I messed around with it. If it wasn't legit in terms of like being able to use it, I probably wouldn't talk about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. But it's the closest thing to Binance.us that I can use here in Washington. And so I wanted to share that with everyone here. Winecoin is an amazing opportunity. So you'll probably see some posts in my Discord about some moves that I'll be making with it. That's a lot of where I'll be posting is in the Discord. So if you haven't joined the Discord, definitely join the Discord. You got to be a member to join the Discord, but I'll probably be posting some of my trades in there, copycat trades, stuff like that inside the Discord on this exchange. It's super easy to use. I kind of dig it. NYC has a stupid prices too. Oh, does it really? Okay, back to XRP. Yeah, let's go back to I'm gonna have to come back and visit this. I'll have to come back and visit that for sure. I don't know about the UK, but here in Washington, dude, like, I mean, this BTCC exchange is actually pretty damn good. So I used to use MEXC and Binance.us. They both got obliterated here in Washington. I couldn't use it anymore. Which exchange is it? Top All, it's BTCC. I added the link it's pinned in the comment section. It's in my description and the comment section of what I'm going to be using. So yeah, I'm cheating on Coinbase a little bit. But the stop loss on it is super easy to use. And it's super easy to use, and I actually kind of dig it's like simple. It's how Binance.us used to be for me. And then, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. My daughter turned 6 today. Oh, congrats. Happy birthday to her. I was late to crypto game, but finally got my HBAR bag and a decent amount of HBAR. Hell yeah, dude. Where is this new exchange based? I have no idea where it's based out of. That's probably a bad thing. I should probably know where it's out of. Good question, dude. I think it's in the UK. I think it's in the UK. I think it's based out of the UK. To be honest with you, let's actually see. Let's go to BTCC. Let's see. They're originally known as they're based out of Hong Kong, acquired by a Hong Kong-based blockchain investment company. So yeah, they're based. Oh, the headquarters is in London, so it is out of the UK. You're right. It is out of the UK. Austin, when you post your trades on new exchanges, can you make a new category in your Discord so it can be? Yeah, I probably will do that. Are you trade XRP to XRP on BTC? You can trade XRP to XRP. Yeah, you can do the coin to coin. You can do coin to coin, or you can do USDT. I kind of like doing the USDT because then I can see the value. Right, I can see the money in there. But yeah, 808 memes. I'll ask Twiz to create a new one about trades. Like I said, please realize that I don't win all trades. Yes, I'm doing good on a leverage trade right now. Doesn't mean I'm always going to do good on other leverage trades. I just want to make that very clear. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's super important to know that yes, there's going to be times where I can actually do it. BTC compared to, I think their fees are, I'll tell you this. So let me go. They are at, so for spot trading fees, they're at 0.2% for makers and 0.3% for takers. For futures fees, there's 0.025 for the maker and 0.045 for the taker. And I think Coinbase is very similar. I think that they actually have a different base model. Let's see here. They're at 0.6. So they're at 0.6. So they're a little bit higher. Bitcoin's a little bit, or yeah, 0.4. Yeah, they're at 0.6. So they're at 0.5. So BTCC is at 0.5. Coinbase is at 0.6. Let's see what futures is. Futures fees are, it's very similar. So Coinbase for futures is very similar in terms of price. 0.25 for the taker and 0.20 for the maker. Okay, so this one was at 0.045, 0.0 for the taker. Yeah, so very similar. I tell you the truth, it's actually very similar. Spot trading's a little bit cheaper. Spot trading's a little bit cheaper by 0.01%. BTC is cheaper on spot trading. Penny Stacks, thanks so much for becoming a member of the A team. You are officially now a member of the A team. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Make sure you go and join that Discord for me. Sometimes it's hard to see if did I actually get. I might have missed one here. I might have missed a super chat. If I did, sorry. I think I might have missed a super chat here. I was just looking back, and I was like, "Crap! Did I miss a super chat?" And if I did, I'm so sorry. Usually pretty good with those. Oh, right here. Thank you, TJ, for the $2. I've YOLO'd some Toshi just for kicks. I knew I missed it, dude. Thank you so much for the 199 super chat here. Toshi, dude. There are a lot of people in here actually digging Toshi, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot more people than I thought that actually dig Toshi. All good. I figured if he would have caught his eye, very cool project, he should look into it off stream. What are you talking about, Craig? Any crypto news on the horizon would be great to get another big announcement. I think it's going to be more around the trades, if anything. I'm that old. Oh, really? The British touring car. HBAR trend on Twitter. Yeah. What's up, USM laters, USM MC laters? RPM, speaking of Army, a tanker fell off an I-90 on Saturday. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Until we get to the moon and then the Army has your back. Hell yeah. So yeah, it's not, I mean, honestly, it's not too bad in terms of the pricing on it. So yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see here. Excuse me, sir. You can't park here. Yeah, that's the funny one. Excuse me, sir. That's the best. But all right, guys, we're getting to the top of the hour here. I want to say I appreciate everyone coming on here. Markets are looking great. This last hour, it's come down just slightly, but markets are looking good overall. I got to go buy my Starbucks stock. I got to go cash out my leverage trade. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do when I get off here. So appreciate you guys all being here. Appreciate all the super chats and the new members here. And just you guys all kicking it with me. Reasons why I get on here is because of the excitement that crypto brings. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. As always, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to go over and start messing around with BTCC, because it is a pretty legit platform, please click that link in the description box and go from there. And with all that, love you guys a ton. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we're out. Peace out, everyone.